Hey there, Taurus, and welcome to your week of October 4th, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to look at your energies coming into this week, some challenges you might be facing this week, as well as some possible outcomes and some things you might be able to do to helpfully work through those. We're going to do some clarifiers for all those cards, and we're also going to tie everything off with an oracle card at the end. Thank you for being here, Taurus, and let's just get into this and see what we got for you, all right? So for you, we've got the Empress. Fantastic. I love that. The Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, I like this. This is nice. And we got Capricorn showing up with the Devil. All right, so just as a quick touch on that card, the Devil, that is Capricorn's card. If you're new to tarot, every zodiac sign has a major arcana card that represents them. The Devil is Capricorn's card. So you may have Capricorn in your chart, or you might be dealing with a Capricorn through this month. We'll see how that goes through the reading. But if either of those are the case, let me know down in the comments below. I always love to hear about stuff like that. So you're coming in with Empress, Wheel of Fortune, and the Devil. A lot of major arcana. So you're coming in a strong way for starters. The Empress is fantastic. Represents a lot of abundance in your life. A lot of good things happening for you. Potentially, maybe even like you might be expecting like a child. Maybe you or your partner might be pregnant, or you might be thinking about conceiving. So that's fantastic. That's awesome. The Wheel of Fortune, also good here. Remember, it means you're very lucky and fortunate this time with all that abundance with the Empress coming in here. That Wheel of Fortune is just like, let's go, right? Let's just keep on spinning, right? With the Devil here too, the Devil can represent, just enjoying things, right? Like, obviously, enjoy the moderation, because if we have here the Lovers card is tied to the Devil here. They're chained to it, and that can represent when you kind of overindulge too much, right? You get chained to something. It becomes like more of an addiction than just something you enjoy to do from time to time here. So just be wary of that as you go through this week. It's nice to enjoy what's going on here. Obviously, you have a lot to celebrate and a lot of things to enjoy, but just be a little careful. Try to be a little moderate with it, okay? So let's look at some of your challenges you might be facing this week here, Capricorn. We got a card flipped in the middle there. 10 of Pentacles. That's good. Like with the abundance that we've been talking about with the Empress, that's nice to see the 10 of Pentacles flipping in there. That also represents like you having a ton of abundance and like your material world just being in a fantastic place. So that's wonderful. So maybe that's good for you. Hopefully that's going on for you. Maybe that'll come back. Let's see what we got though. You got the Two of Swords, King of Swords as well, and we got the Ace of Wands here. So challenges you might be facing here are very comfort zone related, very wanting to start something up but being afraid to here, and also very much obeying like the hard facts of things rather than obeying your passions and obeying what's going on like in your kind of desires and such here. With the Ace of Wands, it's the thumbs up card. It's the one that wants you to go ahead and just go for it. Just where it's in your challenges, that might be a problem. You're trying to, like I talked about, maybe you are trying to conceive with your partner here. Maybe you're just having a problem with that here at the time. Maybe you just don't have the time to do it, or you're too tired when you get home and stuff like that. Or it's just, things like that. Like there could be a myriad of reasons as to why you might be having troubles just starting down that path. With the Two of Swords here as well, that is a card of kind of being in your comfort zone. So that might be a problem as well. Maybe like I talked, this is really a pregnancy reading. I don't know why it's really coming to me with that. I don't know why, but that seems to be what's I'm picking up here. I'm picking up what I'm putting down here, but it just feels like it might be a situation where you and your partner are just really comfortable with it just being you two, but you also kind of want kids and stuff. And it's just kind of like, that's kind of the tear here. It's like you want to start up this, but you also like being in your comfort zone, and they're trying to fight it. But in the meantime, we have the King of Swords here, who's trying to kind of be the voice of reason. So this might be you or your partner, trying to be like the reasonable one, being like, well, we can't afford a kid right now, and we can't do this, and we can't do that, right? Like here's like, we don't have enough money, and like we live, like maybe you live in an apartment or something. It's like, you really want to raise a kid here? Like we should be living in like a home or something, like a house, right? Just a lot of like negative stuff and like factual, like, well, yeah, that's right. Like, so yeah, just a lot of like, we want to start, but we don't, but there's just a lot of like reasons why we shouldn't, or we're just kind of comfortable this way now. Why spoil a good thing, right? So yeah, especially with the devil here, back here, and the Empress, it's like we're having a ton of abundance just being us, right? Just being the lovers, like just being, enjoying our own time. It's like, maybe that's what your partner is saying, or what you're saying is like, why spoil like what we got going on? Like we're having a time with this. Why, try to start up something new and, break the rhythm, break the funk, right? So, but let's see what we got here for your not clarifiers. We're not on the clarifiers yet. We're gonna look at some possible solutions here. Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles as well. All right, so very interesting. Queen of Wands is the most sensual card in the deck, so I like that, especially where we're talking about pregnancy and stuff like that. So that's always a good sign. But we also have the Ten of Swords here as well, which represents something coming to an end quickly, and we also have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel this might be a situation where you need to start planning for a child, right? Or planning for whatever here. Like we have a lot of abundance here with the Empress, of course, and the Wheel of Fortune. Lots of good things coming in. It's just, I feel like it might be a case where you need to really sit down and kind of take stock and really focus in on like, can we do this? Is it possible? Should we do this? Like really kind of like start making a plan, because the Page of Pentacles is like the planner of the pages. Like they're all information gatherers. They're all like people who want to like really know about something. With the Page of Pentacles, it's more about your material, physical world. So again, like I was talking a bit about, like maybe you live in an apartment. It's like, well, can we maybe should get a home first before we think about having children? And it's like, well, let's start, making a plan to save up to buy a home, right? So the Page of Pentacles likes that, very much wants to do stuff like that too. And the Page of Pentacles is great with that. So maybe you need to sit down with your partner and talk it out with them. Like, okay, well, if we can't have kids now, maybe we should just move out of this place and, find a new home and do things like that. Can we do it? Can we like plan and save and stuff? Maybe start looking into that. With the Queen of Wands, again, very that sensual energy I was talking about. So you really, things are very good that way. The Queen of Wands also is very nurturing when it comes to your passions and your desires. So I feel like you don't let the spark die. Like if this is like you want kids and stuff, don't let that die just because like things don't look good now, right? You can have kids whenever, like you can have kids down the line. Just because you don't have kids like this year or something, or a year from now or whatever, like doesn't mean that you're never going to have kids. It's like, keep that spark alive, keep that passion alive. But but it's just like nurture that and let it grow, but make sure you're being practical as well. With the Ten of Swords, it's maybe you just need to kind of end things quickly when it comes to like, maybe you two are arguing and stuff about this and whatnot. Maybe you just kind of need to put it on the back burner. Like not necessarily put it on the back burner, but just be like, okay, I see your point. Like, let's kind of agree right now that now's not the time, and let's start planning for the future here, right? Rather than sit here and argue and, ruin this good thing we got going on. Let's, kind of just look towards the future with this stuff and try to be a little more conscious of that rather than negative about now, right? So let's get into your clarifiers here in just a second, Taurus. But before we do, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. Hope this is clicking with you. Hope this is resonating with you. After your clarifiers, we're going to tie everything off with an oracle card, so you are going to want to stick around for that. But thank you again for being here, Taurus. And let's see what we got. Well, we got a pop out, flying out already. Two of Cups. I like that. But let's get to the rest of your clarifiers here. Got the King of Swords again coming up here. And we got the Seven of Cups. Okay. All right. So, yeah. The Two of Cups, I feel like this is you and your partner. Two of Cups represents a soulmate. I feel like you two are kind of, that's probably what the case is for you two. It's probably you have that kind of a connection with the two of you. where it's like, this is my person. You two want to be together forever. If you're not, already married, it's like you might as well be, that kind of thing. You feel like that kind of a connection with this person. With the King of Swords popping up twice here, I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you. You're the King of Swords here. So like in the challenges, like you're being challenging, you're kind of being a bit bullheaded about this. You're kind of being the negative Nancy. Sorry to any Nancy's out there. But that's kind of you. At this time, you're kind of being on the negative, like, hey, we can't afford it. We don't have a big enough home. We don't, whatever. This could be the other person as well as the general readings. But again, like I just feel like this was more likely you than them. Seven of Cups here as well. Just saying there's a lot of options to go here. Like I just, like I say, like this doesn't necessarily have to be like we're never having kids. This could be just we're not having kids right now, right? We can kind of enjoy things for a little bit longer and start planning for that future, start planning for children and stuff. But we don't necessarily need to, like, not to say kids like let the just ruin things and we can't be ourselves anymore. Though I have heard people say, like, not in a negative way, but when it's sort of, when a friend of mine said once that, I thought this was funny, that when you have kids, it's like you're no longer the main character of the movie, right? It's now you're the side character, they're the main characters, right? Because kids are so all-encompassing and all-consuming when it comes to your life, like once you have them. So that can kind of feel, maybe that's how you feel at this time, is like we have such a good thing going, Empress, Wheel of Fortune, Devil, like we're enjoying stuff, we're having a good time here. Like why would we want to, put kids into the situation and kind of, take a step back and like kind of put an end to this here. But yeah, there's a lot of options here in front of you. It's just, you got to find the one that best suits you and your person. Like I say, like it doesn't necessarily have to be a no forever. It can just be a no today, right? So let's take a look, see what we can clarify and glean from your challenges here. So let's take a look at those. So we got Queen of Cups here. So yeah, all right. Knight of Cups as well. Interesting. And the Seven of Swords. All right. So Queen of Cups and Knight of Cups coming up together. That's pretty interesting. Again, the Knight of Cups is the second slowest moving knight. So like I say, you don't have to, it might, to them or to you, this might feel like this is being kind of drug out a bit, right? Like it just kind of feels like a situation, like this here with the Seven of Swords might feel like a situation where it's like, whoever's kind of being the King of Swords in this situation is kicking the other one down the stairs. It's like, no, get out of here. Like, we're not doing what you want to do. That kind of a thing. They're kind of in self-preservation mode, like self-protect. I don't want to have children because I'm having a good time, right? And not being considerate of the other person here. And with the Queen of Cups as well here, just someone like is being, there's a big conflict here. Because we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is more emotional, whereas the Knight of Swords is analytical. Oh, excuse me. So that's kind of the conflict here. Is like someone's emotionally like, I think now's the time to have children, and the other one's kind of more on the line of like, no, like no, now's not the time to have children. We can't. Like there's this list of reasons here, as long as my leg, that we shouldn't have children right now, right? So yeah, I just that big competition is kind of going on here throughout this reading. Just really like someone's trying to go after, maybe one of you, like with the Knight of Cups, he's pursuing his dreams here. Like that's what the brains is supposed to sort of represent. It's his wants and desires. And I feel like somebody's trying to go after them. Like one of you really wants to have kids, has always kind of dreamed of having kids. And the other one's just kind of being like, no, like we're still like, we're in our prime. Like let's not wreck that. Let's keep the party going. Geez, such a big conflict. But I feel like this just is a simple situation of like, maybe not today, but like down the line, right? Down the line we will. And let's start planning for down the line, right? So let's take a look at your outcomes. Let's clarify them as well and see what we got here, all right? So we got Ten of Swords again. Ten of Swords being clarified by Ten of Swords. Interesting. Page of Swords as well. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So, Ten of Swords again, just need to end this quickly. Like, don't let all this, like whatever this argument, this conflict that's going on between you two, don't let it drag out. Like this, I've been talking about pregnancy a lot in this reading. That may not necessarily be what this is for some of you out there. I'm definitely picking that vibe up for sure in this reading, but that may not necessarily be the thing. But just whatever it is, it's like end it quickly between the two of you. Like try to just like, all right, like let's just find a solution very fast here. Page of Swords wants you to communicate with them. This might be a situation where you're kind of brushing them off, or they're brushing you off, right? Try to reach out and communicate. Try to like honestly, like let's talk here. And the Two of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, let's just keep doing what we have been doing, right? The Two of Pentacles is kind of that card of juggling. You want to just kind of keep all your plates spinning and such. Yeah, just kind of, you want to keep doing what you're doing. In terms of like back here, like the Empress, the Wheel of Fortune, right? You want to keep that going. And like, yeah, and kind of communicate. Like, we got a good thing going on here now, but let's talk about like with the Page of Pentacles down here. Let's plan for the future. Let's plan for that, right? Let's not. Yeah. I've been just like hitting you over the head with this message the whole reading. But yeah, just you got to communicate with this person, like, or they got to hear, you two got to communicate with each other somehow to get across that, like, maybe not like right now, not this year or something, but let's really sit down and start planning and see when we can, like, when this might be a realistic thing to do, right? Like, let's start doing that. So that's what we got there, and let's tie it off with an oracle card here, Taurus. I'm a little sad. It's a little bit of a bittersweet reading. Like, it's like there's good stuff going on, but it's just tough situation to be in, eh? So never like to hear that, but that's can't always be, sunshine and rainbows all the time, right? So let's take a look at your oracle card, Crow Spirit. Co-create with Spirit. You two need to co-create together and with Spirit. Like, you need to just work on this. Like, maybe now is not the time, but down the road will be the time. And again, that goes for, like, if this is for you, if you're thinking about conceiving or you're thinking about something like that or anything, right? It's just, co-create, work with what you can right now to get there down the line. But just right now, let's kind of cool it a little bit with that, but plan for it, right? Don't forget about it, but just keep it kind of, in your mind. Keep it in your mind and keep, planning and working towards it, but just maybe now's not the time for it. So that's what I got for you for this week, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, you can leave a like down below, subscribe, share this video, check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too. Thank you again for being here, Taurus, and I'll see you in the next video.